Hey everyone, I'm the Canadian Lad, and we just got a brand new set photo from Spider-Man No Way Home where Tom Holland's Peter Parker meets Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange. This is the first ever leaked set photo from Spider-Man No Way Home that features Doctor Strange himself. Now this photo is not recent. The person who leaked it on Twitter goes by the name Chris Parker, decided to share it today to celebrate Spider-Man Day. Now I'm really happy that he decided to do it today, and it's just badass that even though Sony isn't giving us anything to celebrate, good thing that we're still getting our sauces from elsewhere anyway. So let's get down to business and break down this image. First things first, please ignore these two watermarks where he put himself in the picture. I thought I'd remove this for this video but decided not to, it's all fun. So it looks like Tom Holland's Peter Parker is meeting Doctor Strange for the first time in the film in front of the Sanctum Sanctorum. Peter is wearing the same suit he did at the end of Far From Home when this happened.
Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker. What the
But I don't think the scene we see in this image takes place immediately after Far From Home, because notice Far From Home ended when it was summertime, but in this picture they have built this set precisely the leaves on the trees are clearly portraying the autumn season. So it's pretty safe to say Peter doesn't immediately go to Doctor Strange for help after Far From Home ended. Peter was probably on the run for most of the summer. He must have waited until things calmed down a bit and then traveled to New York to seek Doctor Strange's help, and that's why it's autumn season. Now Doctor Strange's hands are not in a usual position, meaning he could be casting a spell here or could be conjuring something to show Peter. Now what's interesting here is that Peter is probably trying to make a jump and land on his feet in this scene. So it could be that Doctor Strange is introducing him to the multiverse, just like Ancient One did to him in his origin story. And of course all of you would murder me, I think, if I don't talk about the obvious Feast truck parked just in front of the Sanctum. Now for those of you who don't know, Feast is a non-profit organization that takes care of New York's homeless. It was also featured in the 2018 Spider-Man video game. In the comics, Aunt May works for this organization. Now also in the MCU, we've seen Aunt May at the beginning of Far From Home doing a lot of charity work for people who lost their homes due to the blip.
Thank you all for coming out to support those who have been displaced by the blip. And of course, thanks to our very own Spider-Man!
So in both the comics and in the MCU, Aunt May is heavily involved with helping the homeless. So it makes absolute sense that we're now seeing a Feast truck in Spider-Man No Way Home. This is not the only Feast truck we've seen, however. Back in December, a user on Reddit shared this image of another Feast truck on the sets of Spider-Man No Way Home. Now because of this, a lot of us may expect a potential appearance from Miles Morales himself. But I think Marvel is teasing us with a new villain here, aka Mr. Negative, the founder of Fist. In Marvel's official website, this is how they describe his character. As a wealthy and widely hailed philanthropist, the man known as Merton Lee uses his financial resources to help those in need. But in his other identity, that of the ruthless underworld figure Mr. Negative, he uses his extra-dimensional energy powers to corrupt anything he touches as the leader of a criminal empire. Now in the comics, Merton Lee does his best to expand his criminal empire, so he tries to kill a lot of other crime families to get rid of competition. But then intervenes Spider-Man, who becomes one of his most prominent foes. I'll probably talk more about Mr. Negative in a future video, but honestly I love any character that has such mystery to it. You'll never know why they're being good and when they might just turn evil. So I'll be jumping off my seats in the theater if I see Mr. Negative making an appearance in the film, or at least getting a name drop. Now as we know, Spider-Man No Way Home toys and merchandise are already on sale, which gave us a pretty good hint at the plot of this film. However, today in a website called Entertainment Earth, we're selling Spider-Man No Way Home 6-inch action figures. Put this in their description of the products: swing into terror with Spider-Man No Way Home 6-inch action figures. With lots of articulation and potentially multiversal consequences, each figure draws its inspiration from the movie and potentially other movies too. Case includes 8 individually packaged web slingers and sinister people. So basically they confirmed the multiverse has definitely something to do with this film. Plus their mention of other Spider-Man movies is a clear indication of how Tobey and Andrew will be appearing in this film. And last but not least, sinister people. Some very clever wordplaying here, teasing the arrival of the Sinister Six. We know Alfred Molina's Doc Ock is returning. We know Jamie Foxx is gonna come back as Electro, and according to the plot leaks, Green Goblin, Vulture, Mysterio, and Rhino are all coming back, both from the Sam Raimi verse and the Amazing Spider-Man verse. So this one clever description basically gave us a hint of the multiverse, heroes and villains coming back from the other films, and lastly the Sinister Six. What bugs me here is that we know so much of the plot already and there's still no official teaser trailer. I mean, why are Sony and Marvel not being the first one to release all of this? Everyone is hyped anyway. So wouldn't a trailer release make a lot sense now? I really do hope we get a teaser trailer in a few weeks, considering the movie's coming out in less than 5 months. And that's it. This was all the breaking news I had from the sets of Spider-Man No Way Home. Now lads, I never thought I would get this much excited and anxious about a movie trailer after Endgame, but it looks like Marvel always finds a way in it. So let me know your thoughts thoughts and theories on this picture. Comment below if you think I missed any of the details. Lads, I'm thinking of doing a new series on YouTube where I'll be reacting to Marvel memes that you submit on Reddit. You can go as dark as you would like or as explicit as it gets, as long as the meme is funny. Because I don't think comedy and jokes should have any limits, as long as it's not hurting anybody, you know what I mean? So let me know what you think of this idea, and if most of you are up for this, then I'll probably open up our very first subreddit where you can submit your Marvel memes, or you can even make fun of me. Now if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, grab the subscribe button, and turn notifications on. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter to get updates about my videos. Till then, I'll see you lads in the next one.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.